we have a huge dynasty trade
Huge.
to share with you guys in our dynasty leagues. Man, these dynasty leagues have been so fun. I feel like every week, if it's not you or I making trades, it's someone else, and we're looking at them like, damn,
Yeah, I
that's a
mean,
huge trade.
super active in all of them, which is awesome. So shout out to all you guys
Yeah.
in the follower leagues.
Yeah, shout out to the India League for today's video, Jared and TC34. We're going to look at a trade they made without context, and then we're going to include the context of their team because we're in a league with them and decide if that changes anything. So let's look at this trade without context first. Jared gets Marcus Mariota, Matt Ryan, Rashad Bateman, Christian Watson, and 23 first. And TC34 gets Kyler Murray. I'm gonna hand it over to you first because I think you probably know where I am here, but I'm gonna hand it over to you first and see where you stand on this deal without context. Where do you lean?
Yeah, I mean, we were just recording our other videos talking about quality over quantity, and I think this is another example of that.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, Matt Ryan, not the long-term answer. These guys are probably here. It's not even like win now. It's not even like and no disrespect, even if I want Matt Ryan or Marcus Mariota, these aren't like win now pieces. I'm not trying to like win now right now.
Say like Mariota, you could argue that he is. He hasn't scored under 17 points so far this year.
I think like in the longevity, especially in Dynasty, I would still want Kyler Murray. I love Rashad Bateman. He's not getting the targets that we want so far. Christian Watson can't stay on the field, drop in a wide open touchdown, and a 23 first. So what really intrigues me here is Rashad Bateman at 23 first. And I really look at everyone else as it just doesn't mean anything to me. Christian Watson could mean something, but it all depends on Aaron Rodgers and how long he's going to be playing in the NFL. It's like a 1-year contract extension for 3 years for Aaron Rodgers. And I mean, he can come around saying, I'm done, and I think that's what's scary about Christian Watson right now in Dynasty specifically. I do have him, and that's what scared me, by even though I drafted him just to have some value of him or some stock of Christian Watson, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's Kyler Murray, the longevity that he just got a contract extension, only 25 years old. He's still young. He's still growing with this team. Am I a big fan of Kyler Murray? No, call him the cockroach. But I'm still taking Kyler Murray. I respect his talent. I respect what he can do as a fantasy player and as a quarterback. And I have multiple Kyler Murrays, but give me Kyler Murray right here for TC. Love Bateman. Love the 23 first. Mariota and Matt Ryan aren't people I want to invest in. And Christian Watson, it's okay. Like, hey, just throw in Christian Watson. Let's just see what happens with him. That's how I feel right now. But the context, with context, could be very, very different. But give me TC with Kyler Murray.
This is huge. This is a huge moment because Badaki does not like Kyler Murray. Like there's this deep rooted hate that we need to work through. I don't know if you guys obviously remember like week 2 versus the Raiders. It was me and one of my friends, Di. I don't know if he watches these videos or not, but we were the only ones who were like advocating for Kyler Murray. Like, let's go Kyler. Like get this comeback against the Raiders. Everyone else in the chat was like, "Fuck Kyler!" Like this dude, like bitch playing video games and fucking. They just hate him.
I always said
you're like this little fucking cockroach. Is like, dude, he's incredible.
I always say this, bro.
Truly incredible.
He is. I respect him, and what he does is amazing. And I think it's not necessarily how he plays; it's just how he runs. Just how like when somebody does something, it just annoys you. Is how he runs.
You know what it is?
I don't know. I actually really don't know.
That's your ick. That's your ick.
That is a perfect word.
We've just figured it out.
If you don't know what ick is, it's something that just bothers you on the inside. It's like, why are you doing that? And every time Kyler Murray runs, that is my ick. I don't know why. It's weird. It looks weird. I hate his little legs. He's running. Just annoying. Like, just freaking tackle him.
I hate his little legs. Put that on.
He's very talented though. Talented quarterback. I mean, he's great to be honest.
That's funny. I mean, when those rushes happen, like I'm excited. I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen on this play? And Badaki just like his insides are like being burned.
I just want to like
to the ground.
I hope somebody just pops him. That's how I feel. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a historic moment because I don't think I can remember many trades where you've sided with Kyler. So this is huge. Just want to say that.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted this to be like, different sides, but I get it. I'm pretty heavy on the Kyler side as well. We talked about it, like Badaki said, quality over quantity trades. And just to like go into further depth on that, what we believe you want to really avoid is getting a bunch of pieces and not being on the side that gets the superstar.
Right.
You want the superstar in Dynasty in almost every scenario. Like, it depends on the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's a running back like Jonathan Taylor, all offseason I was telling people to get, like, absolute hauls for him. And that's because we were seeing, like, Jamar Chase involved in multiple firsts, Jefferson involved, multiple firsts. Like, you know, like these CeeDee Lambs and Jalen Waddles in multiple firsts. Like, that's a different story because you're getting superstar for superstar. But in this, you know, again, Marcus, Matt, not guys we want to bet on long term. I'm very curious to see what Jared's team looks like if he is win now. Rashad Bateman, a guy that we've loved, that we've advocated for, that we've had arguments on live streams where people have like been angry that we've been advocating for him so heavily. But you're right, the target share is not there. Like, he looks incredible, but I can't help but think that if Lamar is there long term, which he probably will be, that there will be inconsistencies with Rashad, just like there was with Hollywood Brown. Like, Rashad's going to be great, and he'll still be ranked as a top 24 Dynasty wide receiver for me, just like he was going into the season.
Right.
But it's hard to see a scenario in which Rashad Bateman has any year where it's like 11 targets per game. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no year where he's averaging 9 targets per game in this offense. That's just not going to happen. And then Watson, you know, a guy that you know, like exactly what we said, he's going to take time for him to really develop. 23 first is nice, but yeah, give me Kyler Murray in this. I want the proven in our leagues at Superflex Dynasty as well. I want the proven superstar guy who was on track last year for being an MVP. And right now you're seeing Kyler Murray in one of probably his toughest like points of his career. If we're honest, like if you actually think about this, guys, offensive line is not what it was last year. DeAndre Hopkins is not there. The upcoming star that we were supposed to have in Rondale Moore is not there. Christian Kirk is gone. The defense hasn't been this bad probably since his first year. Like, this is a rough time for Kyler Murray. This is buying for me at a good time on Kyler, who, by the way, is still putting up good points. Like, it's not like he's in this Russell Wilson situation where it's like, what are you doing? Like, everything's around you and you're not even putting up points. Like, Kyler Murray is still finding a way to help you in fantasy this year. So yeah, give me the Kyler Murray side. Give me the TC side of this trade. Of course, TC and Jared, if you're watching, let us know any context that we have left out, because maybe we have, but we're about to look at your future draft capital, your teams, and see if we can make you know, any more sense of either side of this trade. Mm-hmm. So we're both on the Kyler side.
Yeah. By the way,
yeah,
you can't help to think if Rondale Moore wasn't hurt, of all those targets he would have got that Greg Dortch is getting right now. That's all I have to say. Let me just end it with there. If Rondale Moore was not injured, and by the way, there's a couple fantasy analysts that said that was like, Rondale Moore is going to have a big year. And I was like, well, I don't really see that happening. Next minute, Greg Dortch pops off. That should have been Rondale. Anyways.
I loved Rondale in last year's drafts, and I have some stock of him, so I would be totally down for that to happen when he comes back. Let's see. You worry about injuries with a player like that, with his frame. That's why, you know, again, like, I've kind of ruled out that category. The Rondales. It's like, man, they're so good, but do they fit the NFL?
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at context. We'll look at Jared's team first. You guys are looking at our leagues here. I don't know why Matt Ryan is still on
He's on both teams
TC's
right
team.
now. Is it glitch?
Just ignore that. Just ignore Matt Ryan. He's not on TC's team.
Correct.
All right. Jared has Aaron Rodgers, CMC, Jacobs. So this is obviously a win now team. I can say that from the beginning. So we traded away Kyler Murray. Let's keep that in mind. And it looks like a clear win now team. Aaron Rodgers, CMC, Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, Mark Andrews, Alexander Madison, and then we have Marcus Mariota, who, to be fair, I mean, Marcus hasn't scored under 17 points. He's put up 18, 19 points. So, like, he's been pretty decent.
Yeah.
And we have Matt Ryan, Drew Lock on the bench, Antonio Gibson, Lazard, Watson, and that's kind of pretty much it.
Let me see who he has on his taxi. Let me pull up his team.
Yeah, if you can pull up his taxi for us, maybe I can find it here in the trade. No, I can't find it in the trade.
No, he doesn't have Kevin Harris, Tyquan Thornton. That's all he has.
Tyquan's on there.
And then
this is tough, man. This is tough because I don't know. Like, Kyler's, like, if someone sent me this team and they're like, hey, what do you think my next step should be? I think I'd be like, get an elite second quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, even if you wanted to trade even Aaron Rodgers, I would keep over Marcus Mariota and Matt Ryan. That's the problem. It just doesn't make sense of why he traded away Kyler Murray, in my opinion. Because
could be some context we're missing though.
Yeah, he might have some, or maybe he's trying to make another move here. But
this is tough. All right,
yeah.
TC's team. You don't have Matt Ryan, so forget that.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon, Kamara, Tyreek, Sutton, Kittle. This looks like another win now team. Cooper, Hollywood, Russell Wilson. So now he gets to put Kyler Murray in here, and he's 3-0. Jared's 2-1, so they're both competing here. And the bench still looks Kyler
great.
Murray here.
Yeah, A.J. Dillon with Travis Etienne, still some young pieces. Romeo that just kind of went off. Tyler Conklin that just is, tied in 3 so far in the season. Jalen Warren, who we keep saying he looks good. He looks good. He could be a factor in 2023. Maybe he gets, a 60-40, 70-30 workload, whatever the case may be. But and there's really no one on his taxi. Let me just double check. Calvin Austin, Kyron Williams. That's all he really has right now on his taxi.
What would Kyron Williams' usage be right now, by the way? Like, what would his role be if he was healthy? That's so interesting. But regardless, that's not the point of this video. I'm definitely, this makes me more on the Kyler side.
Yeah.
Because I think for TC, if TC sent us his team and he had Marcus Mariota, Matt Ryan, we'd be like, can you go and look and try and get a package for one of these elite quarterbacks who are struggling, like Kyler Murray? I feel like that's what we would probably say to him.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit tough. Both of these teams are competing. Let's look at draft capital. Let's see if that changes anything. We got Jared and we got TC here. So TC, his draft capital is completely gone pretty much.
Non-existent.
None in 23, a third in 24, and then 25 it resets for him.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have Jared, who has 223 firsts now.
That kind of potentially makes sense. Maybe he's on the rebuild mode. Maybe
I feel like this just puts you in the middle, though, doesn't it?
It definitely does. But maybe Jared is somebody that was concerned of Kyler. Not saying I'm concerned. Just why? Right. Maybe he was concerned of how he was performing. Maybe the last 3 weeks, like you said, he's been doing everything possible to get you fantasy points, but hasn't been the home run hit that maybe the fantasy community, or maybe or Jared expected, 25 plus points a game, kind of like a Lamar. Maybe he was like, I'm just going to reset and get, try and get a CJ or Bryce, hopefully, because now he has 223 first. Just that's a hypothetical, by the way.
Yeah.
No idea
tough,
what he's doing.
It's really, really tough. Of course, Jared, let us know, and TC, let us know if there's any sort of context that we are missing, because that can be the case at times. But again, we got Mark Andrews here. We got Jefferson and Waddle.
Yeah.
We have CMC. These are all guys you're trying to win right now with. Maybe the belief in Marcus Mariota is strong. Mariota's looked pretty good. Maybe in his mind, it's hey, if Mariota and Kyler can put up similar numbers this year, and I have a first next year to work with.
Maybe.
Maybe that could be the conversation.
That could definitely be a conversation right now.
The weird thing is, I don't see Rashad Bateman here in the trade finder.
No, it's not even. It's definitely glitch, and I try to see it on my phone. So
Rashad Bateman should be on his team, by the way.
And what is going on? And he didn't trade him away. Is that correct?
Oh, we need to find that out, but I don't think he would have so quickly.
Let me see. Let me just double check.
It would be hard to come up with a deal that fast.
No, he did that. It was 9 hours ago, at least according to our stuff. It hasn't looked like he made any other trade. Just Rashad Bateman has.
Oh, okay. He did make another trade. Okay.
Where are we seeing this?
He made another trade. Jared sent away Aaron Rodgers. It looks like Jared's going full rebuild here. Okay.
All right. He sent away Aaron Rodgers.
We're gonna go ahead and put this trade up on the screen now, just because we were so confused as why some of these players weren't there. Okay, so in this other trade, Jared sent. Why is Aaron Rodgers on his team then?
It's just completely glitch. So he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers.
No, wait. He just got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he got Aaron Rodgers in the 23 first.
He just bought Aaron Rodgers.
He traded away.
Okay, so he sold Zeke, Mac Jones, Baker, and Rashad. I don't hate that trade. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Okay, so
maybe Aaron was like his replacement for Kyler this year,
and then he got a 23 first in return, which is not terrible. Okay,
added 2 more firsts.
That definitely makes sense with the trades because now Bateman's not on the team. He still has Waddle, Jefferson, Mark Andrews. He also has Alan Lazard, who I'm assuming he has the stack with Lazard and Christian Watson, which. I mean, does Lazard resign? So, yeah, I mean, it kind of gets a little bit better, but at the same time, it's not still a home run. It does look like he's going full rebuild. If he can get a first for CMC, maybe that can be interesting. That's what it feels like right now.
When you trade for Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't look like you're going full rebuild. I think he's just retooling.
Maybe.
I think he's just retooling.
Maybe.
Let us know. Let us know, Jared. But I don't know. I still can't help but feel like I would still, would just prefer Kyler Murray and not the trades that we've done.
Agreed. I still want Kyler. I'm there with you. It's just I would rather have that.
Yeah. Again, we are not it's not black and white here.
Not a doctor.
There is obviously room for, difference of opinion and perspectives. So let us know because there could definitely be things that we are missing, but we would definitely stick on the Kyler side of this deal for right now. Let's see how it works out though. I mean, Jared could be playing chess and we're playing checkers, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
But comment down below, guys. Let us know what you think of these trades. I don't think again, this isn't a trade where someone's getting completely screwed over. I just think we prefer the Kyler side. So
exactly.
Comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos,
watch it.
You can also subscribe
right now
if you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/FantasyLand fam.